Each week we bring you stories of athletes who have overcome adversity in their lives to succeed in school and in sports.
Kevin Gale joins us now with the story of a San Francisco football player channeling his anger.
Guys, Greg Warren was lashing out at a cruel world. Hunger, street crime, domestic violence, all hardships fueling the fire inside this young running back. Until one football practice pulled Greg out of a fight and into the light. It's Turkey Day in San Francisco. The Balboa Buccaneers are playing for their first city title since 1984.
I mean, we made it overall, and we went to T-Day when no one thought we could.
On this team full of underdogs, Greg Warren is a bulldog. Standing just 5'7", this speedy tailback runs like there's no tomorrow. Because just 3 years ago, Greg had no future.
I always got into trouble. It was always fights. I had gotten into a lot of fights. I mean, anytime anyone said anything to me that I didn't like, I'd go crazy.
Born and raised in Oakland, Greg split time between his divorced parents. His mother worked multiple jobs, but still struggled to put food on the table for Greg and his younger siblings.
It was tough for him. I can honestly say he gave up his childhood to help us.
To make matters worse, Greg's mother was trapped in an abusive relationship with her boyfriend.
She almost lost her life. Like, she was stuck in the house with no food and nothing for just like, I think for like days at a time. And she was like badly beaten.
We just left and I went into a shelter, a battered women's shelter. And it's been beautiful ever since, ever since I left.
By 6th grade, Greg was ready for a fresh start in San Francisco. But after moving into the tough Lakeview neighborhood, Greg fell in with the wrong crowd.
Basically, there was no role models in our lives that were telling us what to do good, you know, what was good and what was bad.
Touchdown, baby! Greg enrolled at Balboa as a freshman and joined the JV football team. But too often, poor grades and fights with classmates left Greg ineligible for football games.
I just saw a kid that was really struggling with the transition from middle school to high school.
It wasn't acceptable to get good grades. It was like you'd be made fun of.
Administrators threatened to kick Greg out of school if he made one more mistake. Sure enough, his friends started a street fight. But Greg wasn't there. He was at varsity football practice with Coach Carvajal.
I think it clicked on him right there. Well, you know what? Coach is right. I need to surround myself all the time with my teammates.
I started listening to everything he was saying, and all the coaching. Even though he was hard on me, he was very hard on me.
Since sophomore year, Greg's GPA has climbed from a 1.7 to a 2.8. He's even taking AP Literature to prepare for college next fall.
I mean, it's always better to be smart. You can't just be an athlete and think you're going to pass, because it's not going to work that way.
But just as Greg began looking into a bright future, he found himself in another fight. Only this time, his mother was fighting cancer.
She was hiding it from us for a long time. She didn't want to tell us that she was getting sick because she knew that would just add to the stress that we had.
I don't want to cry. We've been through a lot, but I'm here. Our family is strong, and, you know, we pray together and we stay together.
Doctors diagnosed LaShante with cervical cancer. They told her she had only a short time to live. But that was 5 months ago. And this is a family that believes in second chances.
No matter what situation I am, I always try to find a way to get out of it. Like my mom being sick, me having nowhere to go, me not being able to eat, me trying to take care of my brothers and sisters, me not doing good in school. I mean, I always try to find a way to get out of it.
You know, and that's my hero right there. If he don't know now, he know that's my hero. I'm very proud of him.
It's been a real team effort to support Greg's mother through her cancer treatments. Greg's father and grandmother are providing financial support, and Greg is still working hard to care for his family. And guys, it was a really emotional afternoon, a lot of tears, but after all of the tragedy that this family has been through, you can see that they're ready to work hard to get through this next obstacle.
And for him to be doing so well in the classroom now is just an extra thing for him.
I think that's the best lesson to take away from this. You know, Greg said that when he got to Balboa, he thought it wasn't cool to be smart, but with Coach Carvajal and his mom pushing him along, he realized the best way to change your life is to focus on your studies first.
Absolutely.
Awesome. Good stuff. All right, coming up.